Hey there and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Erik Ten Hag on Jadon Sancho's Man United future. Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag has spoken about the future of Jadon Sancho ahead of today's Premier League clash against Burnley on the road. Sancho was suspended by the club earlier this month following his public outburst over the manager's comments over him after the 3-1 loss at Arsenal. The Englishman is currently away from first team training. When asked about his future, Ten Hag said that it depends on him and he won't be available. He said to the United's official website, "It depends on him. For the rest, we are preparing for Burnley, and that has all our focus. He will not be in the squad." Sancho was a second-half substitute in the first three league games of the season before he was dropped from the matchday squad due to his poor attitude in training. The 23-year-old should have responded by working hard on the training field, but he opted to criticize the manager and said that he was being made a scapegoat. There were no surprises that United suspended him. His prospect of reviving his career now depend on a face-to-face apology to Ten Hag and a public statement. As of now, the attacker has shown no signs of remorse. If his stance stays unchanged until the new year, the speculation over him leaving the club could intensify. United are reportedly open to cutting their losses on the €45 million rated star, but it won't be easy to offload him this winter with a huge salary involved. Facundo Pellistri opens up on Uruguayan influence at Manchester United. Manchester United winger Facundo Pellistri has enjoyed his best season at club level last campaign, and he is gunning for more. Since signing for United back in October 2020, Pellistri's path to the first team hasn't been straightforward, and he ended up spending a season and a half out on loan with the Spanish side Alaves before returning to Old Trafford in the summer of 2022, ready to fight for his place under Ten Hag. Pellistri is the third Uruguayan to pull on the red shirt, following in the footsteps of center forwards Diego Forlan and Edinson Cavani. In an interview with the club's official website, Pellistri opened up on his relationship with the two strikers, starting with the key role Forlan played behind his signing for United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was in charge at United when Pellistri signed from Penarol, and the winger revealed Solskjaer's relationship with former teammate Forlan helped get the deal over the line. He said, "Forlan told me that he spoke with Ole. He was always a teammate of his, and yes, he was important in the transfer." Additionally, Forlan offered Pellistri his advice on what to expect from playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world. He said, "Also, he spoke to me a lot about Manchester, how good the team is, how big it is. Of course, I already know a lot of things about that because Manchester, you know it everywhere in the world, but yes, he was very important in everything." Edinson Cavani also signed for United under Solskjaer, and Pellistri revealed his excitement of meeting and training with one of his idols. He said, "It was incredible when I knew that Eddie was coming here to Manchester. It was much better and easier for me because we speak the same language, we are from the same country. I also admired him, and it was the first time I met him. I never met him before, so it was here." Erik Ten Hag admits he doesn't know why his Man United players aren't running. Erik Ten Hag says it's a concern that his players do not run enough during games. Speaking at the pre-match press conference ahead of today's match against Burnley, the boss was asked whether he felt his players did enough to regain possession. He said, "It's always a concern when we didn't run, but I think against Bayern it was not the case, but in certain situations, yes. So it also recognizes the original situation, and then is it about didn't they recognize it, so they didn't scan it, didn't they make the right decisions, or is it about willingness? Against Spurs, yeah, we didn't run too much. We had a game last season where we did the same, where we didn't run, but I think against Bayern we did our best from physical outputs, but I think we didn't always run in the right moment. Asked if he knows why his players aren't running, the boss said, "No, when you are in a period like we are in, always as a manager, you are asking yourself these questions. My job is to get them to do the job. I am pushing the team and demanding from the team, but they are human beings, they are not robots. Why they are not doing it? I try to find out, and I try to get and give the solutions, and I also try to motivate the players to do the job. As a manager, you have many tools, and I make sure I use them. I will not say all because there are many ways to do it. You have to be creative, you have to be innovative, but you can be sure I use many. You do it in groups, you do it in teams, you do it individually, you do it over video, you do it in personal talks. You have many tools to coach to make sure the team is in the right direction. We have shown that we can do it because last year we had the most clean sheets in the Premier League because of the team, because we defended very good as a team, so we have to get back to that standard. Gary Lineker seriously impressed with a 20-year-old Manchester United player. Manchester United are not having the best of times at the moment, either on the pitch or off it. One Manchester United player who cannot be blamed at all for what is happening in terms of results and performance is Rasmus Højlund. Rasmus Højlund joined from Atalanta in the summer transfer window and has had injury problems. The 20-year-old Denmark international striker is now fully fit and is starting to play regularly, and he has been hugely encouraging. Højlund came on as a substitute against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium in North London and gave a good account of himself. The 20-year-old started against Brighton and Hove Albion at Old Trafford, and it was a bright spark. The Denmark international striker was among the goal scorers for United in their defeat to Bayern München in the UEFA Champions League in midweek. Former Tottenham Hotspur striker and much of the day pounded on BBC One, Gary Lineker, has been impressed by what he has seen of Højlund. Speaking on the Rest is Football podcast, Lineker has expressed his admiration of Højlund after watching him in action against Brighton and Bayern. He said about Højlund, "Even at the weekend, I liked some of his movement and the fact he was attacking space in the box. He looks to me like a player that will score a lot of goals." Erik Ten Hag praises Sergio Reguilon ahead of Burnley clash. Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag has heaped praise on Tottenham Hotspur loanee Sergio Reguilon ahead of tonight's Premier League clash against Burnley. The Red Devils signed the Spain international on a season-long loan from Spurs on deadline day, and he has already made 2 appearances for the club in all competitions. The 26-year-old played the full 90 minutes during the recent 4-3 Champions League defeat at Bayern München, where he was one of the best players for the Red Devils. In a Q&A session before the Burnley game, Ten Hag said that the club are very happy with Reguilon's start at United and he has done well with less preparation time. Ten Hag told ManUnited.com, "We are very happy with him, and it's not easy to be coming into a team you don't know, and there was less preparation. Of course, he is experienced, a very good base he has, but then still to know our rules, and we didn't have the time to teach them, to coach them in a training or in the preparation time, and like a preseason, but he had to go straight in, and he did well." United signed the £53,000 a week star on a temporary basis from Spurs, and they have the option to break the agreement at the beginning of next year. However, judging by the impressive start from Reguilon, the Red Devils and Ten Hag could be tempted to keep him for the whole length of his loan contract. For the short term, the left back has the chance to excel from the starting lineup. The club don't have any other options in the position at the moment. Diogo Dalot played at left back after Luke Shaw's injury, but the Portuguese is set for an extended spell at right back with Aaron Wan-Bissaka sidelined. It's too early to predict Reguilon's future, but the former Real Madrid graduate has the platform to earn himself a permanent deal with his performances. Erik Tanha confirms Mason Mount is an option on the right wing versus Burnley. Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag has confirmed that the club have discussed the option of playing Mason Mount from the right wing. The England international joined the club from Chelsea for £55 million over the summer. He made just two Premier League appearances before suffering a hamstring injury. Mount is expected to make his comeback in tonight's game versus Burnley. The 24-year-old has been involved in team training over the week and could start at Turf Moor. Speaking prior to the game, Ten Hag was asked about the prospect of playing Mount from the right wing, considering the club are short in choices in the position at the moment. In response, he told reporters, "This has been discussed before, but we have options on the right to fill this in and we will see how we fill it in. As I say, we have the options, but also they have to be available and then, yeah, you have to get the routines in, but yeah, the principles and rules, they are clear." The Blues graduate was United's first big signing of the summer, but he has yet to make his mark, having suffered an untimely injury at the start of the season. He will be keen to make amends after his comeback. Ten Hag could opt to start him on the right wing with the lack of experience in the position at the moment. With Jadon Sancho and Anthony suspended, Facundo Pellistri is the only specialist from the role, but he has yet to make his full Premier League debut for United. As per Transfer Market, Mount has made just 13 appearances from the right wing in his career, but has been effective with 5 goals and 5 assists. The £250,000 a week star could start from the position against Burnley tonight. We could also see him interchanging roles with captain Bruno Fernandes. David De Gea's next option is shocking as interest. David De Gea departed Manchester United in July and still finds himself a free agent as we draw near to October. Now his next option has been disclosed. The Spanish goalkeeper is a Manchester United icon. However, the fact he is yet to find a club is quite telling. Following last season's catalogue of errors, interest in David De Gea has been low at best, despite the odd flitting link to Saudi Arabia and also some European sides. De Gea has remained unemployed. Now, the latest option for the keeper has been revealed and it's shocking. The Guardian have reported that David De Gea could find himself facing retirement as he is not impressed by the offers he has received. They report David De Gea may retire if he does not receive an offer to be the first choice goalkeeper at a major club. It's believed De Gea is desperate to move to a big club and prove United wrong for releasing him, but with no interest, retirement has become an option for the two-time Golden Glove winner. The last year of his time at Old Trafford saw the stock amongst fans drop considerably. His poor performances damaged his reputation as a great for the club, but despite that, we think in time people will begin to see him for what he was, and this is a legend of the club. He won the Premier League, FA Cup, 2 League Cups, and the Europa League, which is a healthy haul. Above this, the years following Sir Alex Ferguson, he saved United season after season from bottom half finishes. Manchester United could offer more than €55 million for Ace with 4 goals in 5 Premier League games this season. Manchester United are keen on signing the Brighton and Hove Albion striker Ivan Ferguson. A report from Vigach's claims that his performances have attracted the attention of the Red Devils and they are willing to pay big money for his services. Apparently, Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag has already given the green light for his signature, and the Red Devils could submit an offer in excess of €55 million for him. Ferguson has established himself as a regular starter for Brighton, and he has shown his quality in the Premier League. The Republic of Ireland international managed to score 11 goals across all competitions last season, and he could prove to be a solid long-term investment for the Red Devils. The player has 4 goals in 5 league matches this season. Manchester United signed Rasmus Højlund to lead the line for them, but they could certainly use more depth in the department. Marcus Rashford is more suited to the role of a left-sided winger, and therefore the Red Devils must have two quality strikers at their disposal. Ferguson has all the attributes to develop into a top-class Premier League striker, and he would be a quality addition for Manchester United if they can agree on a deal with Brighton. The Seagulls have shown that they can be difficult to negotiate with. Manchester United will have to pay a premium for the talented young striker. The 18-year-old will want to continue his development with regular football at this stage of his career, and a move to Manchester United might not appeal to him right now. The Red Devils will probably have to guarantee him regular first-team action in order to convince the player. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.